Hi there, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to talk about retail stock investors in South Korea. What is happening is recently there's been a real spike in the investment, retail investment in stocks in South Korea. So we're going to dissect that. We're going to investigate why that has happened. Why has there been a growth in retail stock investment in that country? It's a very interesting story. If you are not aware, then you will be quite startled, I would say. So we'll talk about it. Before we do, as you know, please like my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Please smash that notification bell so that you know every time I upload a new video. Please comment on my videos so that I know what you are looking at or looking out for, and I can then craft out a video based on your requirement, and also share my videos with people who you think would benefit from my research and from my videos. So without further ado, let's dive in. So as you know, before I start, I talk about my ebook. This ebook is on my journey as an entrepreneur. It's titled Six-Figure Corporate Job to Master Entrepreneur. In this ebook, I've spoken about the time back in 2010 when I quit my six-figure globe-trotting corporate job and started on my own. The ebook starts with my preparation on that journey, the challenges I faced during that journey, and how I overcame those challenges. I'm quite sure a lot of you would be looking to becoming an entrepreneur, especially those who are in full-time day jobs. So I put down 3 worksheets in this ebook so that you could answer certain questions and get certain points. Those are essentially, attempt to map your mind on your preparedness to be an entrepreneur. So based on your score, you would know where you stand. I have also scored myself based on my mindset back in 2010. You will get to know how much I scored. You will also get to know how successful I am today as an entrepreneur with 2 companies, one in Singapore, the other one in India, and representations in the US market. Now the coolest thing is this ebook is available to you for free of charge. It's available on my website. The URL is currently flashing on my screen. I'll put the URL in the description box below. Click on it, go to the page, put down your name and email address, and the link to download the ebook will be emailed to your inbox. I hope you like the ebook. Do give me an honest feedback. Now let's talk about retail stock investment in South Korea. So growth, why is it growing? Why is that retail stock investment growing in South Korea? So industry data shows last year, South Korea saw a stunning 49% jump in the number of people investing in domestic stocks to 9.14 million, about 18% of the population. Underpinning that jump has been disillusionment with the housing market, where many young people are now priced out after a series of tax increase and mortgage cuts. So this is the market scenario. So young investors can't really invest in the real estate or stock or housing market anymore because of the new taxation imposed by the government of South Korea. Retail investors have now become the biggest force in the South Korean stock market. Their $40 billion in net purchases in 2020 helped the Kospi, which is the stock market, rocket 31% higher, the strongest performance by any G20 benchmark index. They also accounted for 2/3 of South Korea's stock trades in 2020 and held 28% of the market by the end of the year. By comparison, in neighboring Japan, retail investors accounted for 22.7% of trades and owned 16.8% of the market in December last year. So this is a phenomenon which is happening. It's still happening in South Korea. It's a unique phenomenon. We'll talk about why this is happening in the next few slides. Now let's talk about the challenges. So the challenges that the authorities are facing. South Korea's army of retail stock investors has proved new challenges for traditional market players. While it has led to red-hot demand for domestic IPOs, for example, it has also made them difficult to price because everyone is purchasing and trading. So obviously, uh, identifying an entry point of an IPO becomes difficult. And with many retail investors preferring DIY strategies, the domestic mutual fund industry has also largely been left behind in the current equity boom. So DIY, so we'll talk about DIY in the next slide. According to industry data, net investment in local mutual funds that primarily invested in stocks fell 11% to 77.7 trillion won, which is about 66 billion US dollar last year, the sharpest drop in a decade. South Korea's financial supervisory service says it is closely monitoring the rise of YouTube channels. That's the key. For any market volatilities, the trend may bring, but there are no plans to regulate them. So YouTube channel, so that's the key, and because of YouTube channel, this is happening. Let's talk about that. So what is it that's fueling that growth? Millions of South Koreans have jumped into stock market trading over the past year with their enthusiasm feeding off a new market force, popular investment channels on YouTube. DIY stock strategies culled from YouTube channels have become very much the norm for many of the country's retail traders, a phenomenon that bankers say is particularly South Korean in its extent. Now, I don't know how many of you really follow the various channels, various um, comments, advice on YouTube on stock investment, but South Korea has latched onto it. While equity markets around the world have seen a surge in retail interest as the pandemic gives people more time and motivation to seek out financial security, the reaction in South Korea has been huge. YouTube channels like Sampo TV, Suka World on YouTube have several advantages over traditional business TV shows. One being more engagement for viewers who can ask questions to the comment. So that's what social media does. And here experts reply in real time on the program. So that's unique to anybody who's investing, because on TV it's a one-way traffic. They talk, you listen. Here they talk, you comment, and you can engage, and you could ask questions and get answers real time. That's the advantage of social media. Sunpro TV, which began in 2019 and now has 1.57 million subscribers, also knows that it can quickly offer up content in addition to its early morning and 2 evening programs. The channels also benefit from the fact that analysis report in South Korea have traditionally been free. That has meant retail investors generally don't see the need to turn to financial institutions for advice, while also making it easier for analysts to offer their views on their shows. So one of the FSS officials said, from a regulatory standpoint, we have decided to view this as a free speech rather than a form of business sales. So it adds to the difficulty to impose rules where no money is changing hands. So the summary is social media is really helping, is driving the stock market in South Korea. So it is quite heartening and quite a unique feature. The South Korean Stock Exchange KOSPI has been inundated with transactions from wannabe retail stock investors, purely from getting insights purely from YouTube channel for free of charge, totally free of charge, and experts advice. So that's, to me, is a great place to be in. If I were to be in South Korea, I would probably have done the same, and would have invested using advice from the YouTube channels and the financial experts on channels, Samco TV, and others. So that's it, guys. I will direct you to a video that I did on how to become a pro in investment in stock markets. I think that's relevant to this particular topic. I did that video a few months ago. I will put the card to that video, the link to the video on the card above. Go take a look at it. I'm sure you would, you will enjoy it. So finally, thank you very much for listening to me. As you know, my name is Saurav Mukherjee. I'm a digital and technology marketing leader with over 20 years of global experience. I'll put down my LinkedIn URL in the description box below. Click on it, go to the LinkedIn profile page. If you like the profile page, connect with me, send me an invite. I regularly work with clients where I try and solve their business, marketing, technological, and investment challenges. If you're looking to engaging me as a consultant in your company, please drop me a line on LinkedIn, or you could write to me on the contact page of my website. Then we can, I'll put down the link to the contact page of my website in the description box below. Then we can communicate and see how we can work together. So lastly, before I wind up, please like my videos, please subscribe to my channel, please smash that notification bell, please comment on my videos, and please share my videos. So until next time, stay safe and stay healthy. I shall see you soon. Bye-bye.